Baby, can't you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear warning. It's dangerous, I'm falling. There's no escape, I can't wait to need a hit. Baby, give me it. You're dangerous, I'm loving it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Colin Weaver from Buffalo, New York, and on behalf of your United States Navy, I am proud to present the 2025 Virtual West Coast Rhino demonstration. The show profile highlights the maneuverability and speed capabilities of the United States Navy's tactical fighter, the Boeing FA-18 Super Hornet, nicknamed the Rhino. The aircraft you'll see performing for you here today is the Foxtrot model of the F-18, which incorporates a two-seater cockpit to accomplish the given mission. In today's demonstration, our commander will demonstrate the incredible flight characteristics of the Super Hornet. He has over 700 hours in the Super Hornet in various flight simulators. During this demonstration, the crew will experience up to -3G and as high as 8 times the force of gravity, with speeds as fast as 700 miles per hour and as slow as 95 miles per hour as he maneuvers the aircraft to the edge of its operating envelope. In a moment, the aircraft will perform a 360-degree roll while raising the landing gear in what we call the dirty roll. That will demonstrate the superior power and slow speed maneuverability of the Rhino, and after climbing to 3,000 feet, the air crew will perform a 1/2 cubanate maneuver or half loop, roll upright, and then demonstrate the Super Hornet's incredible pitch authority by slowing the jet and stopping its descent in an instant. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the Super Hornet dirty roll half.
Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town, boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town.
Now setting up for his next maneuver, the flat pirouette. He will demonstrate the Rhino's ability to operate at slow speeds and high angles of attack. He will complete a high-performance loop and spin 270 degrees to the right to show off the maximum performance rate of the Super Hornet.
This chick got up and she slapped Johnny's face. Man, we just fell about the place. If that chick don't wanna know, forget her. The boys are back in town, boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
Whether in a dogfight or avoiding surface-to-air missiles, the ability of the Super Hornet to turn in a very tight space gives it a tremendous tactical advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the minimum radius turn. high speed will not break the sound barrier, but Blackout is gonna make it close, demonstrating the use of speed to surprise an enemy. You may notice the white shot cone of vapor surrounding the jet, the visual indicator of Mach 1. Keep in mind the speed at which they are going to be flying at is only half the aircraft's maximum speed. From the right, Blackout in the Super Hornets high speed pass. Here comes the Rhino for the vertical pirouette, which demonstrates the Super Hornet's ability to achieve nose high and nose low within a matter of seconds. This ability allows the aircraft to take the advantage rapidly in air-to-air combat. And on your left, the Super Hornet vertical pirouette. Blackout is now setting up for a maneuver known as the square loop, selecting Afterburner as he approaches show center. Blackout will rapidly reposition the nose 4 times while flying a square path throughout the sky. Inbound there from your left, the Rhino demo square loop.
I can swallow a bottle of alcohol in
maneuver is a fan favorite known as the Ricardo, due to the fact that the pilot who created this maneuver hated performing it. The move is more affectionately known as the inverted whisper pass. Blackout will select 400 knots at 500 feet. Approaching show center, he will roll the aircraft inverted, reduce power to idle, and hold at a level altitude. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, the inverted whisper pass. From quiet to slow, the aircraft is now setting up for the high alpha pass. This maneuver will showcase the incredible slow speed handling characteristics of the Super Hornet. When in a tight dogfight during air-to-air combat, the aircraft with the ability to fly the slowest will have the advantage, as the adversary may be forced to fly out in front of the fighter and thus become defensive. Few aircraft in the world safely maneuver this at high nose attitude at such slow speeds. With 2 digital flight control computers aiding the aircrew, the 40,000-pound Super Hornet remains completely controllable at speeds less than 100 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Hornet's high alpha pass. Blackout will now complete his reposition for an agility demonstration where he will show the Super Hornet's capability to turn on a dime and give you nonsense change. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Super Hornet pitch rate demo. Setting up for a touch-and-go landing. As they circle to land, he will ensure that the landing gear locks into the down position and the flaps are extended, needed at slower speeds required for landings. Once lined up with the runway or in the groove, the aircraft will slow to off-speed angle of attack, which is how the Navy tailhook aircraft determines their landing speed. This off-speed AOA corrects positions at the aircraft hook to engage a wire on board an aircraft carrier at sea. After touchdown, Blackout will throttle up to get airborne again and then accelerate only a few feet above the ground prior to reaching minimum vertical airspeed. Upon reaching the appropriate airspeed, Blackout will pull back on the stick and point the aircraft in a near vertical altitude, executing a maximum performance climb.
It's on my mind, and it really matters. Got to be your ain't no stopping
Everybody get turned around for the photo pass. If you haven't already, get your cameras ready. In a few moments, the Rhino will approach from behind and right out in front of us in an arching photo pass to give you an up-close look at the crew in the Hornet. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Hornet photo pass.
pull over, boy, and get your dead right.
The air crew are now setting up for one more pass as part of today's performance. And a new maneuver recently added to the real West Coast Rhino demonstration. This maneuver is also known as the inverted pirouette, and you are among the first to see it. Now, let's watch as the jet turns away from the crowd, pulls inverted, and showcases the Super Hornet's turbo nose-low capability.
and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. But she said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this.
We are honored today to perform a tactical demonstration from the virtual West Coast Rhino demonstration team and Strike Fighter Squadron 122 from Naval Air Station Lemoore. The jet that you saw here today is used by virtual naval pilots to train new recruits in naval tactics. The team looks forward to being back next year in this beautiful city. Now, we would like to thank everyone who came out today, and we honor all the veterans who have served and who are still in active service. We salute every man, woman, and soldier in the United States military. Go check out our fellow demonstration teams here today, and thank you to everyone who came out and supported. Once again, I am Colin Weaver, the voice of the virtual West Coast Rhino demonstration team. Fly Navy!
Some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can miss. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Where'd you want